Yo, yo, yo. Thought I'd answer your guys' questions outside in the middle of my walk. But yeah, so my body situation when I started to make my transformation was I had just lost about 30 pounds from running and eating in a caloric deficit, but I didn't really know where I was going. So I wanted to make a change because I still had love handles, I still had belly fat, and I had man boobs, and I felt really comfortable in my body because I just lost so much weight, but I wanted to keep going, and my emotional rise came from keeping that momentum and wanting to have someone guide me with workouts, since I just was completely foreign to how to work out in the gym. Well, let's see what the next question is. My biggest fear for online coaching, I didn't really have one. I didn't really think about it like that at all. I just kind of, I'd always thought of trainers to be online or offline, but Fritz made it clear to me from the beginning that online training can be better because some people that get trained in the gym just by like a trainer at the gym, they might just leave it at the door and not really think about nutrition, which is just as important. And then adding in the level of mindset on top of nutrition and having like support and workouts can really be, I feel like that can only be used or it can only be practiced in online coaching because you've got that 24/7 support pretty much. Let's see what the next question is. So I found Fritz from Instagram. I followed him like last year in like the summer and kind of just had him as a follower, or I just followed him. Didn't really like think much about it, like went through some of his posts, but more recently I saw like posts from like the Skinny Fat Vegan and a Fit Vegan meal plans, where I guess the Fit Vegan would have more protein and less like whole foods because that can make you feel bloated and not really get you to your macros that you need to keep sustaining muscles. But yeah, I just saw some of the transformation photos from his clients and was blown away. But yeah, I guess that leads into why I decided to join. So I had that momentum from losing weight like for a couple months earlier, and then I saw those posts, particularly I saw Amal's post where he had like a belly, some love handles, and man boobs just like me, and I was like, oh my gosh, I can lose weight like he did. So I was just like, I need to reach out to this guy, and I decided to do it, and Fritz helped me find like my why and the reasons for actually wanting to make the change, and those reasons would be like that I wanted to impact people around me positively and kind of lead the example of living a fit vegan life, and that you can lose fat and gain muscle on a vegan diet, while also just feeling better and feeling more confident, and just exemplifying, I feel like, just like a more efficient like person. I just want to feel good and strong. So those were pretty much the reasons I like wanted to join. From the program I learned so much, a lot about weightlifting. Never learned anything about weightlifting before my life, so this was a huge learning curve for me to like start actually doing huge compound lifts like squats, Romanian deadlifts, bench press, and rows. So yeah, I learned like proper form, and I had Niels fix some of my mistakes that I made, but I learned that it's super important to do those lifts, to just like, I feel like you just build like a muscular support system for your body, and then you do those supplemental lifts like bicep curls and kind of the rest. Before, I just thought that pumping iron, just lifting dumbbells all the time. So yeah, learned a lot about weightlifting, but also learned about macros and how important it is to eat enough protein to sustain your muscle growth while you're in a caloric deficit. And the only way for you to actually like to reveal, when you're cutting fat, to reveal, I guess, your muscles beneath, is to make sure you're sustaining them when you're not eating enough. So by doing that, you eat enough protein, and then kind of learning like what ways to supplement with protein. And I never really eaten protein powder before, so having someone tell you, yeah, it's okay to eat protein powder, and you actually need to do it if you want to keep your muscles growing. So some super important lessons there. But also with a huge one was just celebrating every win, every possible win that comes my way, and I'm just constantly losing weight and feeling really good. My girlfriend lost weight. I was making personal bests in the gym all the time, and I also had no interest in drinking. I wanted to make sure that basically all my rewards from doing this program came through, so I didn't want to ruin it with drinking a bunch of alcohol on weekends. So it's just like a bunch of great things, and I think that so celebrating those wins as they come is just super important, and it keeps you reaching towards the end goal. But also, let's see what the last question is. So my body and my mindset changed in so many ways. My body, raw numbers, my body went down so I think I weighed in at like 183 for the beginning, and now this morning I weighed in at 157.7, but I'm probably like average, like 158, 159. So I lost almost 25 pounds, which is crazy, in 3 months. And so that's like 6 months of me basically losing like 50 pounds or so, almost 60 pounds. And I like I said, I just started lifting, like doing compound lifts and stuff, but I went from like 75 pounds of squatting, and now I'm feeling comfortable doing like 105, and I'm gonna go up to 110 for like 12 reps, which I guess is like okay, but I feel really good about my form, which is I think really important. And what else? Oh yeah, my mindset changed just by, I think, a super important module talking about like process driven versus goal driven. I think that having that goal in my mind is super important in visualizing how I felt at my best, and how I looked at my best, and how people were I guess like reacting to me when I looked my best, and having that goal in your mind, but then also having like being process driven. So the process that you go through on a daily basis to then to I guess embody that goal that you're looking for. So just taking the steps where you eat the amount of calories you need to have, you lift the weights, and you do the 10,000 steps, and I feel like you just embody the person that you want to be. So that's kind of how I interpret it as. And like I said, just living out those wins, every single one you have, you just need to like make sure you celebrate it, because you can kind of get bogged down by thinking like, oh, just change is going to happen anyways. But when change happens, it's a good thing, and you need to celebrate it. So that's pretty much it. I think that's all the questions. Cool. Sorry, it took a little long. See ya.